Bro, there's a high frequency sound that I'm hearing that's tripping me out. Where the fuck could it come from? What the fuck could it be, bro? Here we go. That's it, man. I'm trying to stabilize a lot better, man. I need to figure out a way to do that. Alright, say nothing. But I need to sort myself out because the fit is kind of falling apart.
Who's that? Joe, is it you? Yeah, bro, how are you doing?
When we went, I went over there because I was feeling so sick. So I went over there.
Alright, so we're back in the thick of things, bro. Guys, just to keep the narration up, as we can see, it seems like we kind of spent in the sense that this whole street is empty. So this whole place is spent. Just to give you a little bit of a better view as to how I look in comparison to other people, this is exactly how I look like, bro. So every time I'm walking and people see me, they see me doing this, bro. Just in case, man. I can't do anything because this Greggs actually gets a fucking bad rap. A lot of shit goes down in this place, man. And I'm not trying to press anyone. I'm not trying to do anything bad. But yeah, no, this is a main location for this place called Greggs, man. But I can't even get the actual fucking... Where's the logo, man? Wait, there's the logo. There we fucking go. This is the place. This is what I was talking about. You know? It's not open until at least later in the morning. And you guys can see a true reflection as well, bro. It's kind of cool how the mirror shines, but enough about that, bro. Enough. It's time for us to go back onto the streets. And this is sad because this is basically non-tent Mondays. I'm gonna have to be honest, bro. It's non-tent Mondays, but one particular event can change everything. I promise that. Trying to keep it as steady as I actually can, bro. I need to be like Spielberg with this shit, bro. Real talk. I can't wait to see what this looks like tomorrow. Yes, guys, we're going to be back out here tomorrow to actually see what the hell this little construction, this little stage set. You can see the stage behind there, right? This little stage set is going to look really fucking saucy tomorrow. I just don't know what to say, bro. Okay, we're turning another corner. We're hoping there's people. But it's not just about whether there's people, man. I want to see people. Wow, I see too many people kind of shying away and looking like, I just want to go home. I don't want to talk to any strangers and all that. And I'm technically a stranger, and no one really fucking fucked with the fucking cam, the selfie stick setup. Nobody really fucked with it. Again, you guys, I'll tell you what, bro. You motherfuckers don't get a good enough view of the fucking fit, bro. Well, you kind of do sometimes whenever I set you motherfuckers up, bro. But just want to let you know that I am saucy as fuck. And that's what I'm saying. If nobody's grabbing the bait, those weren't the fish to catch, my friend. They were not the fish to catch. I'm telling you, bro. Otherwise, you're trying to force something that shouldn't even be happening. Anyways, yeah, this is how fucking crazy I look. Listen, guys, imagine you doing this yourselves, bro. It's gonna be, look, I know you can take selfie photos and stuff like that. You can take short videos. When you're doing it constantly, people can see the screen. You can see behind. In fact, you guys, wait, hold on. Bro, you guys need to see yourselves. It's not that bright, you can barely see it, but oh wait, got it tilted. I shouldn't even be touching the property like that, bro. It can look a little crazy sometimes, bro. And speaking of crazy, I actually look a little bit crazy. Oh no, my battery. Wait. There we go. Man. So today might not have been that triumphant, but I promise you guys I will do a 3 in a row. And if I do a 3 in a row, as in, it can't be late, bro. Because it's middle of the week, it can't be late. It has to be done earlier in the day, if that makes sense. Just a little bit earlier. Like if I'm out 9 p.m. local time, then it's fucking popping. We can do different kinds of things on a Tuesday. But on a Friday, obviously, we can be out late as a motherfucker. You know, from early, like 9 p.m. local time, all the way through to 4 a.m. local time. You know, that's reasonable. That's fucking 7 hours. Maybe we'll try to push for 8. Still waiting for a subathon. Bro, nobody's gonna sub to me unless I give them a reason to. So I'm trying to figure out. The Speaker's Corner is a good thing. It's interesting. I need to go to Speaker's Corner first. In fact, the first time I go to Speaker's Corner, yeah, maybe I can do that whole fucking 24-hour subathon thing. Like camp outside there, literally in a fucking tent. Stay out and wake up, go talk to people all day long, all night long. No one's going to be there till night though. That's the only thing that I will say about Speaker's Corner. No one's going to actually be there chilling there till night. If they are, that'll be great. I'd love that, man. There was some places where people were chilling overnight during the pandemic. Places that were like, you know, anti-vaxxers and shit like that, and they just gathered together. I could have been there, bro. That would have been great. Guys, do you see anyone behind me? Oh shit. Guys, I'm so sorry about this. You're gonna have to come with me. We're gonna have to take a very quick leak. That's the problem. Why is this connecting? This stupid selfie stick shit. What's going on? Bro, I'm so sorry about that. Thank you very much for your car. I actually read your message just before I did the damn deed. But yeah, am I a philosopher? Look, I can talk for days. That's all I can say. And a lot of it's just bullshit. Tons of bullshit, bro. But people will be captivated and people will listen. And that's the important thing. So if people want to hear that, then say no more. I can go head to head. I'll play semantics. We'll be arguing about things that have nothing to do with the argument. Just the way you argue might determine how someone may win according to public perception. No, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not a manipulative fuck, bro. Yes, I know some of the tricks and I know how it's used in the trade, but I'm not the kind of person to try argue semantics just for the sake of it. Like, only from a logical standpoint, man. If it's if something doesn't make sense, bro, I'm gonna ask the questions that will hopefully help make it sense to me, if that makes sense. Sense. And more sense. I really am fucking rambling like an idiot. Okay, so this is what we're reduced down. McDonald's is fucking closed. We've got a couple of homies out here, literally. Should I just fucking... Bro, I look kind of crazy, bro. We still got this, man. Hold on. Bro. Just setting you up for a couple of seconds. I just need to readjust and rearrange a couple of things right now, bro. Don't worry, my friends. Okay, just for a bit, we're not here to spend much time out. We're here to capture any people behind us, bro. People behind us, bro. If there's anyone out here behind us who wants to talk, I will go out there. I will go out there right now and I'll reel them in. I will reel them in and ask them, hey, you guys want to be part of an interview? So, wish me luck. I'm not playing with anyone, bro. I'm playing with myself, you know. Bro, security guards, man. Security guards were fucking eyeing me up. They were like, what the fuck was going on, bro? They were like... They were staring down hard at me. That's why I was a little bit awkward the last couple of seconds, bro. Saw these two in uniform. They're wearing a red and pink uniform, you know what I'm saying? So. Well, we've got another one right here, bro. Oh, no. Walking colors, that's what we do here. I know, bro. And you know what, I'm not gonna lie to you, being in car, bro, it's actually fucking unfortunate. Because if it was a bit of a different time, we would not be resorting to doing this. We literally had spent, I'd say the last half an hour kind of scoping out areas, and a lot of motherfuckers were working people, bro. Some people I do not want to fuck with their paper and with their money. Simple as that, bro. So, you know, under those ones, I'll find, you know what they say, there's a will, there's a way. Or just hit me up on that, man. I'll find out a way to do that. I'll find out a way to break, like, even where there's nobody and nothing going on, I'll find a way to make a miracle happen. Would I fly out to Texas for the prison stream out in July? I mean June. Shit, I misread that. Sorry about that. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. That prison stream, the way Ice just described it, the way he described it on Kimmy's stream, right, was diabolical. He made it seem like fucking torture. And let me tell you something, bro. Ice is one of the guys that give basically a ban-free pass. You can do whatever the fuck he wants and he won't get banned for it, bro. If he wants to put people in prison streams and torture them, do things that are very diabolical, they're not gonna fucking ban him. They're gonna be like, oh, this is one of the guys we pay the most money to. Oh, don't worry about it, man. He has basically immunity, if that makes sense. In a lot of cases where other people would get banned straight away. And if he ever did get banned, if anyone got banned and they were rolling with him, they were traveling with him, they were doing a stream with him, they got banned when they were actually with him, all he has to do is send a message and that's it. That's lifted, bro. That's basically it. So I don't have a good feeling about the stream because a lot of fucked up shit is probably going to happen. It's not going to be like the Hunger Games where they were doing their fighting and stuff, but I swear this is going to be straight up torture. This is where it's going to get ugly. Not like the last one, not the one 2 years ago, bro. This one, he's planning diabolical shit. If you watch Kimmy's stream and the things that he was talking about, he's not the kind of guy to exaggerate or lie about things just to kind of interest people. He is that twisted. He's that fucked. We all know that's just him, right? Anyways, my homies again fucking packing out the fucking garbage and sending it all away. You gotta thank them, bro. You gotta thank. Because if it wasn't for them, this place would look dirty. Bro, I'm trying trying to scope out for content. I'm not trying to just stand here and just wait. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on right now. But from what I see, over, see that where my finger's pointing? Nothing's going on in that direction. The light isn't that good, bro. We need to get out of here. Wait. If you pitch a tent here, what would happen? Nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If I pitch a tent here, what would happen? The worst thing that's gonna happen is people are gonna tell, the police and also the security that actually work around this area that provide additional support to the businesses. If I pitched a tent right here, right now, they tell me to move along. They tell me to move on. You know, they'd be like, yo, you shouldn't be here, not in this particular area. Go somewhere else. You can basically pitch it. But we're in the middle of a square. This isn't like obviously a normal street. If it was a street, a lot of streets here you can actually pitch tents and stuff like that. You know, small ones and stuff. It's tough, obviously. You know, they are. You know how it is, bro. A lot of city centers are like, you know, get that shit the fuck out of here. They'll install spikes. So there are plenty of places I know where I can pitch it. So if I want to do the 24-hour subathon in Speaker's Corner, there's places I know where to go to. Since I'm so familiar with the area, so familiar that I can't even find the most popping and the most vibing spots right now out here Monday night. Because for some reason, the reason why is because there's no one here. So I can take you to a lot of, there's so many places I can take you, but the only reason, now, I only had a little break after pissing, you know, when we set up there. I don't want to stay there if nothing's going on. First I said, oh hey, if anybody does come behind, let's see if we can talk to them. A lot of people are just trying to go home. Okay, there might be some crazy content ahead. Hold on. Let's see if there anybody. Bro, it seems, wait, don't go. Okay, see motherfuckers, they're going to do their thing ASAP. They look like they're gonna get sexual. I wish I could interrupt them. Hey, real bro, wait, if you paint yourself a gold spray paint and act like a robot, would they still give you a hard time? No, they wouldn't. Actually, it depends. If I was moving absolutely still, they wouldn't bother me. If I was actually freeze frame like this, in gold spray paint, looking like a statue, I mean, no, they would try to see if I'm real, because there's a lot of people who do silver spray paint looking like statues, posing statues, and people actually go up to them, touch them, and they flinch, or they do this and then they freak them out. You see the videos and all that stuff. This is the kind of place where a lot of the performance artists actually goes to do that kind of stuff. So I should do that. But if I was going to spray myself in gold paint, I tell you, the only circumstance I'm doing that is if I was doing a cosplay. Oh, Rikishi has a wild signature move. Yeah, the stink face, bro. Bro, respect to every single person who took that. That was funny though, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's like, it's kind of crazy. Especially when you realize the storylines that they were coming up with when they were... Vince McMahon had his Kiss My Ass Club. And Vince McMahon was forcing everyone to kiss his ass. It's fucking inappropriate and shit like that. But that was the gimmick. They signed up to do it. They knew that people were gonna love it and shit like that. They agreed to do it. Everyone was okay with it. So they did that, and in the end, he was the bad guy. He was making other people kiss his ass out after he gets certain people who was on his side, certain wrestlers on his side, to beat the good guys, if that makes sense. But then, obviously, The Rock intervened, stopped Trish Stratus from kissing his ass, and ended up getting Rikishi and forced Vince McMahon to kiss his ass instead. For all the times that he made other people kiss his ass, if that makes sense. So the story actually had a logical conclusion, and it was good because they used his finishing move, Rikishi's finishing move, in the best way possible. because he had that move from before, but they decided to use that in that same story for the Kiss My Ass Club. If you ever seen Vince McMahon with his pants down, yeah, making people kiss his ass, that's the storyline I'm talking about. Oh, Booker T, yeah, bro. Can you dig it, sucker? Hey, bro. Yeah, that guy was he was a straight up hero to me, man. Like, I remember him from WCW even before, man. You know, back when he was the 5-time World Heavyweight Champion, bro. He looked like Mr. T a little bit. He was part of the tag team Harlem Heat, and then towards the end of his run, he had the mustache as well. Very charismatic guy, bro. And then in WWE, you know, got the Spinneroonie, and he was, man, he had a lot of good gimmicks. Man, we've been in the same fucking spot for a while. There's a reason why I'm kind of a little bit hesitant. Wait, you're good at commenting. Would you ever do stream reactions? I did stream reactions, viewing in car, bro. I actually was desktop back in 2022, just before the end of 2022, just before the beginning of 2023. Do you remember what the end of 2022 was? The end of 2022 was the beginning of Kick. The very beginning of Kick, which launched on like what, September, October, November of 2022. That's when it launched. So everyone like who was on Twitch was still on Twitch. Gary was still on Twitch. Moises was still on Twitch. Paul was still on YouTube. Ice Poseidon was still on YouTube. And that was the last stream he ever did on YouTube was the Japan Subathon. And he did that at the end of 2022, which carried on over to March 2023. So it was like he was live for like 4 months during that time, the Japan. I wouldn't say it was the first Japan trip, one of the first ones. I think it was second time overall actually. But that was a fantastic. His subathon was actually really entertaining. I actually loved it, man. I enjoyed it. That was good. That was when he was hungry, and that was when he wasn't broke. He wasn't broke, but he was running out of money at that time. So he was hungry to make money. And Suspenders, that was the first time he met Suspenders, who was already streaming on Kick. Suspenders moved from Twitch to Kick. He wasn't banned on Twitch, by the way. He just decided to stream on Kick because he had a few temp bans that he came back on. Because I followed his channel on Twitch as well. It was still active and running. But then when he met up with Paul and Eddie got his attention, because Eddie was the guy who created Kick anyway, and he was like, oh shit, Suspenders, you're streaming in Japan with Paul. Alright, Paul, hey, how would you like a deal? Yeah, I know how Twitch has been treating you. I saw that apology video in 2020 or something, and then, damn, Lawmaster, ATAX. Bro, I'm telling you, if I don't want to talk myself up as knowing all the lore, but if there's any lore that I know the most, it was that particular trip. The Japan streams, chronological order. Because I actually spent, oh my god, I had a long holiday, long time off work, and I spent a lot of time watching those streams because of how entertaining it was. I remember when he met up with Joel. I remember when he met up with Harold. They had the boxing sparring match. I remember when he met up with Suts and they were going out to clubs and stuff before they decided to venture away from the main cities, from Tokyo. And there were so many other characters. There was that Joe guy who was in the army. There was the girl who actually had sex with Ice when he was broken up with Kim, who was actually Japanese, and she spoke some good English, etc. Like, she spoke some good English, and then he put us outside of the hotel room while they were doing it. And we were worried about his heart rate. So anyone who remembers that, man, that was fucking crazy. There was so many moments that I remember back then. I remember Vexed as well. Rest in peace to Vexed. No person deserves to die that young. And Vexed was a cool guy. As in, there's a lot of things that people got annoyed with him for, but genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I know he was actually a really interesting dude. He was a good guy. Like, he wasn't perfect, he was flawed, he was a little bit annoying and stuff like that. He had his problems, his issues and shit like that, like we all fucking do. But he left us way too early. I enjoyed his contribution. Oh, yes, I tended to miss a lot of the Japan content due to time zone. the time zone was fucked. I'm not gonna lie, the time zone was shit. Like, it was tough to actually even, like, it was tough to watch a lot of the stuff that was going on because of how late it was. And the only way you could actually watch it is if you had 24 hours free. If, like, you had nothing to do that day and you were off, like, work and didn't have other commitments, family, friends, and all the other things, relationships, whatever, man, anything, like, even household work in general will take you away from it, unless you're playing it in the background. But that was a sweet spot during my period of time. I actually had, like, good several weeks away. I was able to actually enjoy it, watch it. And that was like one of the last times that Ice was ever really truly hungry. I think India was another time where people would be like, oh, was he hungry? No, he was kind of fucking it up there as well, like with the whole hotel tent and all that shit. You know, that was when it really started. It was kind of crazy, man. But I don't know, bro. It was 2 years ago and a lot of things have changed since, bro. Gary said it better than anybody else. That whole, like, a whole group of streamers that would never stream with each other, bar a couple of people, you know, just a couple of people who might decide to go again. You will never get... No, but the thing about what Gary said in terms of India, there wasn't that many streamers anyway. Homeless obviously streamed with Ice in the most recent one. Moises won't stream with anyone. We all know that. Sunny RL fucking disappeared. Something happened to him. He hasn't gone live since. Deepak obviously is willing to stream with a lot of other people anyway. So that's one guy who's kind of the glue. If there's someone that would make Gary want to stream with a group of streamers, it's Deepak. He's the one guy who will make him be like, you know what, I have to go, sort of thing. I might have to listen to some music, man. We've been chilling out here for quite a bit of time. We've just been kicking it, bro. Oh, yo, what you saying, bro? Hey, smoking it up, my friend. Shall we go? We're out here in the middle of London, in the city again, out in the streets. It's almost 2 hours in stream, and we're around. It's 3:30 a.m. local time in the UK. Not many people out here, bro, as you can see, man. I'm just kind of doing a 360. As you can see, it's a bit of a ghost town right now. Oh yeah, we even got the cleaning machines out here. Bro. Let me show you. Yeah. Let me show you what's going on here, man. Yo, 7 p.m. on the West Coast, USA. Yo, bro. Nice to hear that you're out in the West Coast. I know it's pretty early over there. It's pretty early. As in, right now, it's fucking late right now. But yeah, respect, man. Bro. There we go. Wait. Okay, where's the focus at? There we go. My friend. We're like halfway down and I'm gonna show you. This shit isn't fully legalized, by the way. But they don't have to know that I'm doing it. Even though it smells bro. It smells crazy. But nobody's gonna fucking go up and approach me unless they're really feeling for it. Or unless they're police officers. You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah, I'm smoking it out for you, my homie. And to everyone out there in the West Coast, whether you're from Cali, down in the south side of the West Coast, or whether you're from the Pacific Northwest, Washington, Oregon. Don't worry, guys, I got my geography locked in, man. If you ask me to name every single state, I can do it. Oh, shit. They're gonna be... Okay, people are gonna be like, okay, go ahead and do it then. Alright. I mean, I might miss out on some. North Dakota, South Dakota, Idaho, New Mexico, California, Florida, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts. Where else? Delaware. DC is technically not really a state. Obviously, Texas, Missouri, Michigan, Oklahoma. No.